Just recording?
I don't let no speech.
Okay. Alright. Shalom, shalom. This is William Shabba. Come back at you with another lesson with the brothers.
Yes, brother.
We better come at y'all with some more edification. Before we get into the lesson, we want to give all the honor Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushai by Hashem, and Kakodesh. Second thing we want to do is give double honors to all the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And salutation to all of you brothers that are pushing this truth with both sincerity and with charity. Alright. So what I wanted to get into is that we all got our own challenges in life. We all got our own walk that the Lord has, specifically set up for each and every one of us. Alright, whether it be and it's gonna be judgments and blessings, alright, and trials and temptations all along that road. Alright, you got a precept?
This is Galatians 6:4. Let every man prove his own works, and shall have rejoicing in himself alone, and not in another. For every man shall bear his own burden. Right, man? So, for one, you're not getting saved off another man's works, man. Yeah, we all one body, but you still gotta prove your own self, man. And, we gotta carry our own cross, man. Because, yeah, we all fighting for the same reward, but we all got different obstacles to get there, man.
Let me. Shalakia. Yeah. This is Philippians 2:12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. For it is Yahweh which worketh in you about both to will and to do of his good pleasure. So, God, man, all right. So the Lord, we still gonna have to make it through trials and temptations, and still do the work. All right, you could be going through as many problems as the Lord is giving you, but we still gotta be putting in that at work. All right, to prove our faith unto Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, so He can, deem us worthy to deliver us in that day of judgment. All right, and not leave us here to burn in that thermonuclear fire. So you got to put in that at work. All right.
Right, man. You think it's gonna go up there, and then the Lord's gonna be looking at you. Gonna go to the Lord, man, to get your judgment, and He gonna look at another man's work. No, He's gonna be looking at your works, man. So you gotta prove yourself, man.
All right. And during those days, you might have the greatest, trial. You might, because the Lord, he did say his servants is gonna eat and drink, but he might put you through a little trial to see if you're really worthy. All right, to be kept safe, just for maybe like a couple days. All right, he may put you in a concentration camp. He may, just have you in the wilderness. All right. But if you make it through that, the Lord is gonna deliver you. All right.
This is Sirach 2:1. My son, if thou comes to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and consistently endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Right, man. So coming into this truth, man, the Lord's gonna set trials, and the Lord's gonna put obstacles in your way, man. Because we sinned against Him. This walk shouldn't be easy. Because and not only that, the Lord is giving us mercy, because He says He gives us less than what our iniquities deserve.
Come on, man.
So we may complain. We gotta Esau's rule. We may complain. We gotta pay taxes. We may complain. But it's all through the will of the Lord, man. Because we could be somewhere a lot worse, man.
Time, man. All right. And scripture say, through trials and basically through we'll just get it where it
You
says
talking about
through temptation.
yeah, you talking about Acts 14, is it? 22.
Yeah, Acts 14:22.
This is Acts 14:22, confirming the soul of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that must through tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. Right, man? Through much tribulation we enter into the kingdom of Yahweh, man. And that don't mean just because you getting judged, you a righteous man, because we all getting judged. But it's talking about in enduring the tribulation, and standing strong for the Lord, man. Because let me get this Ephesians 6, and I'm gonna start at 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And that wiles means tricks, man. And Esau Edom is gonna be tricking y'all in that last day, man. You gotta take this chip to be able to buy this, to be able to do this, do that.
Right, man. And also, you may just have a lot of a left-handed spirits in your mind. Try to cloud you in.
That's the next verse.
God.
This is verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against the principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Right, man? So not only are we, fighting this physical fight, we fighting this spiritual fight with these left-handed demons, man. And your flesh, man, because your flesh is one of the biggest temptations on this planet, man. We gotta stand firm for the Lord, man. So he don't say what's that scripture was? Like,
I have never known you.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I brought up earlier. So he can deem us worthy, all right, and not have us burning that, and he don't put us in that number with the. So like for any noise in the background, there's children in the house, but he don't deem us part of that 2/3. All right, scripture said make your calling of election sure. All right, and part of that is getting into those trials and tribulations. All right, this is 1 Peter 4:12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. So yeah, all right. Did you read Sirach 2:1?
Yeah.
You did?
Read it again? Yeah, I did.
Nah, you don't gotta read it again. But so as a Sirach said, when you coming into this truth, prepare thyself for temptation. All right. So when you get into this thing, know what you're getting into, man. Know that you're gonna be tried. Know that the Lord is gonna see where your faith is at. All right. And anything that the Lord puts up against you, all right, He knows that you can handle it. All right. Well, at least if you part the 1/3, because Scripture say, the righteous rises up 7 times, but the wicked falls into mischief. So, all right, if you just got you going through something and it make you follow the truth, then you was part of the wicked from the beginning. All right, Scripture say they wouldn't have went out from us, because they went out from us because they were never a part of us. All right, man. So if you found out that the truth, you was wicked from the beginning. All right, you never really changed. All right. All right, so many are called, but few are chosen. All right, so and that's a scary thing. As a, let me just get it. Well, let me finish out this 1 Peter. 1 Peter and 13. But rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Yahushua Mashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. So yeah, all right. So, all right. So, and scripture say we're gonna be a joint heirs. Let me get that. This is Romans 8:17. And if children, then heirs, heirs of Yahweh, and joint heirs with Yahweh Shah Mashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh. So yeah, all right. So we gotta go through it, to get to it. All right. So, don't be surprised when you're in this truth and you're going through things. All right, because that's just the Lord testing you. Remember, man. But
I got this 1 Corinthians.
God.
This is 1 Corinthians 9:24. Know that know ye not that which run in a race
That
they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth a prize. So run that ye may obtain. And every man striving for this in the ministry is.
and every man that strive for the mastery
is
temperate
in all things. Why does the word look so small? Salakia. What is that? In all things, now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible crown. Right, man? So just like these people, these NBA players, they put in hours and hours of they art, man. They put in hours of watching film, studying. That's what we got to do for the Lord, man. We gotta strive. We gotta strive for the Lord, man. We gotta study. We gotta go out there and teach, so we can get that incorruptible crown, a crown that will not be taken off of us. This place is not gonna last too much longer, man. People not gonna be playing basketball forever. People not gonna be in the NFL forever, man. But that incorruptible crown will not be taken from us, man. We are going to reign forever, man.
Hold on. Can you read the second Esdras real quick?
Yeah. You finna go out there? This is second edge. Well, I'm gonna just finish what I had. This is 1 Corinthians 9:26. So therefore, so run not as the uncertainty, so fight. I not as one beateth the air, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest by any means, when I have preached to others, myself should be a castaway. Right, man? So we got to put our body under subjection for the Lord, man, and we're going to be a castaway, man. Come being in this truth, we're not going to be liked, man. Your family might stop fucking with you. Your peoples might leave you. But we got to be able to stand firm for the Lord, Well, I didn't get to the second Esdras.
I got it.
Reading.
All right, we'll close it off with this. This is second Esdras 7:7. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? And I said, It is so, Lord. Then he said unto me, Even so also is Israel's portion. All right, so that's the elect's a thing, man. All right. We gonna have to go through trials and tribulations to make it to the kingdom of the Lord, to get salvation. All right, he said, this is Israel's portion. All right, and really talking about the elect, because scripture also say, not all Israel is Israel. Okay? So it's talking about, that 1/3, all right, the elect of Yahweh Shemashai, all right, the 144,000, all right. So, for any one of us to want to be a part of that number, we gotta endure, all right, and make it through the trials that the Lord has set up for us, all right. But what we want to do is give double honors to all the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to all of you brothers that are pushing this truth with both sincerity and with charity. Shalom, welcome Yasharallah, wa above all.